Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a Sunday Fun Day. Today's the 20th of March, and I thought I'd pick up the camera and do a bit of vlogging. I haven't given an update in a while, at least a chatty one. I started off my Sunday with watching another episode of Outlander. If you guys don't watch Outlander, it's one of my favorite shows. It's so good, and they have a new season 6, that was actually filmed during the pandemic, and they've now started to release those episodes. So it's like watching a literal movie for one episode. Like, the episode I just watched was an hour and 16 minutes. Like, that's like a whole movie in one episode. So brilliant TV, set me up in the right mood today because it's all about doing things that are fun for me, except for, chores. I've stripped the bed and I just put my sheets on to wash today. I am about to get ready and head out to go to the market because today's Sunday Fun Day market day. I'm wearing my new dress. This is a new dress from Country Road I got in the summer sales because in my upcoming travels, I will be going to tropical, sunny destinations. So I was happy to see the summer clothes in New Zealand go on sale, and I was able to purchase a couple pieces that I'd been eyeing before but were full price because we were in summer. But now that we're in autumn, all the summer stuff goes on sale. So I've been definitely indulging lately. I got this dress for a lot of discounts off, which is nice. It actually is going to be about 20 degrees, so I'm going to wear it to the market today. Sometimes we have super cold days where it definitely feels like autumn, and then the other times you get a little bit of warm weather that slips in and it feels a bit like the last dregs of summer. So today is one of those days and I'm wearing my new dress. I took Friday off and I have the next 3 Fridays off as leave. I haven't taken hardly any annual leave lately, so this is amazing. Like, I don't know what it is about the day being a day off that just made me feel so good and productive, and I went and sort of did things that I'd been putting off around my neighborhood, and I felt like I was just in the neighborhood. I felt really community based on Friday. I like getting out in the area that I live in. It's a really cute area. One of the things I did was buy myself some flowers for the house. I'm spending a lot of time at home and it had been a while since I've had some fresh flowers in, so let me show you those. They haven't opened up yet, but these are lilies and I have them in a nice pretty vase. They are almost opening up. This one's close. I'll show you guys again when they do open up, because when they burst open, they're just the most gorgeous flowers, but they're definitely going to last me a while because they are still closed. These ones will have to get color and open. So yeah, these flowers should last me quite a while, actually. I'm really happy about that. Who else loves having fresh flowers in the house? It just adds a little something extra, makes me feel happy and cheerful when I see them, and also just makes my home feel a lot more cozy and homey. I have some exciting news to share, and the power of manifestation is real. Do you guys know how powerful our spoken word is? Because it is. So I remember standing in this exact spot doing an update saying the government had announced border measures that said my mom wouldn't be able to come to New Zealand until July. Well, a few weeks ago, they just announced that they've pushed everything up and my mom can come into the country, and so can a lot of other people, starting in May. So the 1st of May. And in that video update where I said, they've pushed it to July unless a miracle occurs where they move it up to May, which would be amazing. And I said it out loud. Unless there's some kind of miracle where somehow they raise that July date way up to May, which would be amazing, but I really don't know at this stage. And then 4 weeks later, they did move it to May, exactly May. They could have picked any other date, could have been April or June. They picked May, which is the one that I said out loud, and it manifested. So my mother can come visit me in New Zealand, which is amazing. I'm so happy for that. I can show her Wellington. I can take her on little trips around New Zealand. That is just amazing news. The power of manifestation is incredible. I have been practicing words of affirmation for the last 4 weeks, and when I say it has changed around my life, it has changed around my life. Speaking positive words, manifesting gratitude and positivity in your life is just something, it's inexplicable what happens, and things just start to clear out and start working out. It's amazing. So if you just want to start off by saying affirmations during the day, I highly, highly recommend it. It could just be a simple set of affirmations to say, I attract miracles, I meet the perfect people at the right time, I am worthy, I am enough. Any affirmation that you think that your soul needs, just start saying it because it is powerful. I'm gonna go enjoy this market, have some nice food, get some good produce, and just have an amazing Sunday Fun Day today. Thank you guys for listening to this update, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Gosh, it is March 22nd and I am having horrible quality camera right now because it's evening. It's like, what time is it? It's about 8:30, and if you can hear that, that's the downpour that we're being slaughtered with, and there's just so much lightning. It's insane. The sky is just like this dark cloud just descended over Wellington, and then I just start putting my lamps on at like 6:30 in here, even though it doesn't get dark until about now, and I've never seen so much thunder and lightning in Wellington. There's this huge storm system coming through, and my whole flat is just getting lit up by the massive constant flashes of lightning. I just had to capture that moment because I haven't experienced this in New Zealand yet. We get this a lot back home in Canada, especially I grew up on the prairies. Thunder, lightning, summer storms is just standard, but here, not so much, not in New Zealand. So it's just incredible. We're just getting so much rain, and this is just like the skies split open and the rain started falling. It's just crazy. Anyway, just wanted to share that. I'll catch you guys in another update. Bye. Hi guys, it's the 24th of March and I got sick. So in New Zealand, when you get sick, we're basically told you need to get a COVID test. I don't live too far away from a community COVID testing center, so I walked over there and got this. These are the rapid antigen tests. They are self-administered, and they gave me this box of 5 rats for free, along with a few informational packets on how to correctly take this test, as well as guidance for protocols in the country of what to do if the test comes back positive. I'm going to take this test on camera because it's something I haven't done before. I've never done a self-administered COVID test. I've only ever gotten one COVID test done. It was because I was sick this time last year with a cold, and the doctor said because you have a sore throat symptom, we're gonna have to test you. It came back negative, and it was the old PCR test, which had to go to the lab and come back, etc., etc. Everybody knows the story nowadays. I went to the gym last night. I had a fantastic workout for like 2 hours. It was awesome. I did like an hour workout on chest and triceps, and then I did 45 minutes of cardio. I was proud of myself. I had done like a solid effort workout as well. As I was walking home, getting closer to my flat, I started getting a tickle in my throat, and it evolved to a sore throat by the end of the night. And then this morning had a sore throat and sneezing, which are symptoms of COVID-19. So I had to go get a test done, and I took the day off work today, sick leave, and tomorrow I have off anyway. So I had to cancel all my social plans. I had a meetup I was going to go to tonight. I had a hiking trip I was going to do Sunday. during the day. That's all been canceled because I'm sick. And even if it's not COVID, I don't want to be doing things where I could give my cold to somebody, you know? And that's the thing, like, can we talk a bit about, like, it's not like you can get a common cold anymore without people thinking it's COVID. So now I have to do like the extra mile just to make sure to prove to people it's not COVID, it's just a cold. So I'm gonna open this kit up and we'll just have a peek on what's inside. Looks like there's a lot of stuff in here. It's got its own step-by-step guide. Looks like we've got some baggies, probably for the swabs once you've taken them. Oh, it's called a waste bag. We've got a qualification certificate, a QR code to watch a video on how to properly take the test, and I assume all these other swabbies. We've got the solution and the actual tests themselves. So I've got 5 here. So I'm gonna just watch this video, kind of prep myself to know what I'm doing here because I'm not trying to botch this test. I want to get a nice accurate result. So I'm gonna go back, do my research, and then come back and we'll do the test together. Okay, I have the instructions from the test kit itself, and all the stuff that I've been watching has told me to follow the test kit instructions. Don't try to follow a video that's not talking about your kit. Make sure that you use the instructions that came with the kit that you bought because each one is a little bit different. I've got all of my things set up. Basically, you'll need a swab. I don't know why this is turning into like a how-to tutorial. I don't know. I'm just doing this for the first time. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just showing you. This is the test. I don't know what this is called, but it's like the actual thing where you put the drops and stuff. Very technical terms here. So don't let the swab touch anything. It's sterile in this packaging. You have this little nozzle, which is what you'll use on top of the solution. And then you drip it onto the testing thing. And mine actually requires me to leave the swab standing in there for 1 minute. So the box that the kits came in has a little perforated hole that you punch out. So that becomes a little holder for your solution here. And then of course, once you're done with your test, put it in this biohazard waste bag. I've washed my hands. You know, I'm never gonna be 100% sterile here. Like, let's get real here. But opening up my swab, it's saying never touch the fabric end, which is this bit here. And it says to insert in your nostril at least 2.5 centimeters up. I don't know, and then swirl 5 times in each nostril. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That really feels uncomfortable. It's making my eyes water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yeah, that triggered a tear response. So hopefully I did that right. So we have our sample here. We're now going to open up this solution and place it inside. So you just tear off the top, seal. Make sure you're not touching this to anything. Put it in there. And it says to just swirl it at least 6 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up along the edges. And my test says to put it in here and let this solution sit with the swab for 1 minute. So I'll see you guys back here in 1 minute. Okay, so I've read the instructions of my testing kit. It tells me that after the minute that the swab's been resting in the solution, you remove it from the solution and you put it in the waste bag. Seal it and make sure you dispose of that. I'm going to take my solution and push it on there tightly. That fit really, really well. Happy with that. Next, we're gonna open up this test. My rat actually has instructions on the back for what to look for taking this test. That's pretty useful. You gotta wait 15 minutes after you have done the drops on here and the actual testing thing. We're gonna drop our sample into this little well here that's labeled with an S. Oh, it's called a test cassette. So gently squeeze the extraction tube to place 4 drops of liquid onto the sample well marked S on the test cassette. So let's do that now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure you've placed the test cassette on a flat and level surface, so that's what I've just done. Do not move the test cassette during the test. It says set a timer and wait 15 minutes. So we are at 1:15. In 15 minutes from now, I'll come back and it will show me the results. And it also says don't let the test develop longer than 20 minutes, otherwise it will void the test. All right, we are a few minutes away from having to read the results. I'm peeking, I'm looking. Obviously, you gotta wait the full 15, but yeah, it's looking like it's negative, but I'll let you know in a few minutes. Thought I would just chat at you a little bit while we wait and look at the results live. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, I feel pretty crud. Even if it's not COVID, I still have a head cold and I don't feel great. I'm so glad I have the day off today to just rest and relax. It's a bit of an overcast, rainy day as well, so it's nice to be able to be inside. But at least I don't have to do like the isolation stuff. It's just a head cold. I'm gonna continue to take vitamin supplements and everything. Where are we at? We've got 2 minutes left. What else can I ramble about? Yeah, I'm still waiting on residency. I can tell you a story. The other day I was on hold with Immigration New Zealand for over an hour trying to get through to speak to an advisor. I just wanted to double check that my application had submitted. I don't know, call me paranoid, but I just wanted to make sure everything was okay so that when they do start processing, it's there in the system. But I just wanted to speak to an advisor to double check. And at first he kind of set me off a bit because he said, I can't find your application anywhere. All that I have in the system is the visa you're currently on. And I was like, okay, well, what does that mean? Like it's lost, you didn't get it, what's going on? And then he just said, well, let me consult with my senior advisor and I'll talk to you about what we can do about this situation because you paid the money and it went somewhere, right? And I said, yeah. He's like, you can prove that you paid it by showing us bank statements, right? And I was like, yeah, what's going on? I thought I'd have to send another application and I didn't know what was going on. I thought, man, this whole time I've been thinking maybe they'll process it early and they didn't even get my dang application the first time. So I was on hold for another 4 or 5 minutes. He comes back on, he's like, okay, I consulted with my colleague who informed me that all of the applications are in. We did find your application, but it's being held in a processing hold until we're told that they're going to be released to be processed. So it's there, but it's not there yet, if that makes sense. I said, okay, yeah, that does make sense. So that was it. I had a little bit of a scare, but then he's like, it's fine, we found it. There's nothing I can tell you though on your application. It looks to be fine. And I just said, well, what about timelines? Is there any updates on how long this is going to take to process? And he just said, no, with COVID, timelines are really fluid, so there's really nothing I can tell you. And I just said, oh, okay, so I guess we'll just have to wait to hear about processing. And he just said, all I can say is stay vigilant. And I thought, that's a bit of a cryptic message. Stay vigilant. Does that mean that I should calling and be put on hold for an hour just so that I can pester about this application? I don't know. Okay, so sorry, I'm going to cut my story short because we are actually within that window that I need to show you that I am negative. So I do not have COVID. We've got one line here that indicates that I am COVID free. That's a negative test result. If I had a second line, then that's a positive. So it's not COVID, it's just the common cold. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was me taking my first rat. Anyways, so to finish the story off, I'm waiting for this news about my residency visa application, and once it does, things in my life will really kick off. I'll be able to give you some exciting updates and concrete plans for my life over the next 3 months. That's where I'm at now. It's almost the end of March. I'm amazed at how fast time is flying by. I just feel like I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. And now that I'm sick, not with COVID, I'm just gonna rest and take care of myself. And if that means being a little bit of a hermit the next week or so, I'm okay with that. I'll do what it takes to make sure my body's rested and healthy because my health is #1 priority for me. Thank you for watching this rat test and thank you for listening to this update. And I will see you guys in another update. Bye!